Do you know what is actually super cool? Angry cats. Oh, look at them. When they hiss like that, so cool. Fascinating. Do you know what is super cute? Happy cats. So cute. And the purring. Let's use cats for another trick to help us pronounce EDs. Because it's difficult to know when there are 3 ways to pronounce the ED ending. We already talked about dead Ted and how you only pronounce the ed sound after T's and D's. But how do we know when to use the other 2 sounds, the T and D sound? Think of cats. In that first video, the cat hissed. Hiss is the verb of the sound that the cat makes. Past tense is hissed. Hiss. That sound comes from the front end of your mouth, right here, the s. And you're actually not speaking it. It's just a sound you make. How about the happy cats? The cats meowed, meow. That sound comes from here, comes from your throat. Ah, meow. You are actually saying the sound. Owd. And you say the D sound, so it's all being spoken. Meowed. So hissed with a T from up here. St. And meowed with a D from down here. You make the T sound while you say the D sound. The technical definition is that the D sound is voiced and aspirated. And the D is actually voiced. You can hear da da da. You can hear it here. The T sound is called voiceless or unaspirated because there's no vibration here. It's just the noise you make here. And it's like clicks and whispers. It's all up here. But students always forget grammatical terminology. So let's just stick with the cats and use hissed for the T sound and meowed for the D sound. Upped and downed. Here are the example sounds for T. S, ch, f, k, as in danced, watched, laughed, and looked. Then we have p, sh, s, and x, as in helped, washed, kissed, and fixed. Remember, those are all weird sounds that you're making up here with your mouth. You're not speaking the T or those other sounds. They're just voiceless consonants. Everything else, all the rest of the sounds are the D sound. All of them. Now let's do some examples of the D sounds. B, G, L, M, R. Do you hear them? Those are all being said right here. As in rubbed, hugged, called, cleaned, offered, s, v, w, y, and z, as in used, loved, followed, enjoyed, amazed. And then we have the I, oo, and you, as in cried, glued, and argued. The D sound is actually the most common sound for words ending in ED. So that's all of the ED sounds. The easiest to remember is dead, Ted, d, t, ed, ed, with just the D's and the T's going to ed. Then we have all the weird mouth-made wordless sounds with the weird mouth sound t. Everything else goes with d, because you say those sounds, including the vowel sounds, A, I, O, U. Now let's do an example paragraph as revision. Listen for the different ED sounds and see if you can speak them along with me. We worked hard and developed a game that lasted and could be played 2 hours. I remembered what I had worked on and suggested that we needed permission. So we called the boss. He admitted the idea sounded good. He believed in us. We reported our numbers to him and talked for a long time. He decided to give us the money we wanted. Got it? Just remember my tips. Dead Ted, hissed, and meowed.